All right, so welcome to my Blue Beetle review.
Excuse me, Mr. Reyes? You finished scraping the gum off that lounger or what?
Now, the movie starts off with a aged up Jaime Reyes from the way I usually experience him.
And yet, I'm strangely okay with that. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
He's just graduated college. He's coming back home. His family's celebrating with him. But unfortunately, his family hasn't told him the full truth about what's been going on since he's been gone. And they didn't want to worry him while he was off away studying. So what does Jaime do? What any good family member would do. He goes out and gets a job to support his family. And where does that lead him? It actually leads him to Cord Industries, where his life will change forever.
Jenny?
Guard the habits in your life, but do not open it. How did you get it to do that?
I think he likes me. What the?
I found the movie to be very satisfying. I actually really enjoyed kind of going back to his old formula of just a really self-contained superhero origin story. There's nothing really pointing to the future of the DCU. There's some references to Batman and Superman existing, but it's never really leaned on heavily. It's mentioned one or two times and then that's it. So when I watched the trailers, one of the things that really concerned me was the family. I thought that maybe it would override or take over a story or just make it more of a family affair than a superhero affair, where we just focus on the title character, right? That's typically how I like my superhero movies, where the title character isn't bogged down by different storylines of other characters. Now, thankfully, we don't have a bogging down. The family is heavily involved. And what I originally feared was actually cured by the family being so damn charming.
They don't get out much.
All of the family members play a significant role in Jaime Reyes' life and actually add a lot of depth to Jaime.
The universe has sent you a gift, and you have to figure out what you're gonna do with it.
That's right.
And I gotta say, my favorite family member isn't the grandma. There's a lot of good reasons for that character to be a lot of people's favorite family character. My favorite family character is his father. They have a great conversation towards the beginning of the film about purpose. One of the best parts of that conversation was that the father didn't have all the answers. When Jaime asked him, hey, what do you believe your purpose is? He's like, I don't know what my purpose is, but what I'm doing right now is that purpose. And I really find that to be endearing because there are times in life where you just don't know, but what you're doing right now is important. So let's get to Blue Beetle himself.
Everything right now feels so out of reach.
You always land on your feet, bro. You're Jaime.
Xolo Maridueña was really great as Blue Beetle. He played the character in a very honest and endearing fashion. His character that really went from reluctant superhero.
Oh, space.
Re-entry systems ready.
Wait, no, no! This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
Oh. What is going on?
Who has a scarab on his back and doesn't really understand why all this is happening to him, to a legitimate superhero who's here to help his family and his neighborhood.
That love you feel for your family makes you weak. You're wrong. My family, that's what makes me strong.
It felt earned. And let's talk about the Blue Beetle suit.
Some kind of world-destroying weapon. It's designed to protect its host.
This ain't what you want.
Sometimes it does what you want, and sometimes it doesn't.
People have said that it looks fake, that it looks bad. It looks phenomenal. I don't know what people are talking about. It looks like they took the budget that should have been for The Flash and put it all towards Blue Beetle. Every time he's on screen, he just stands out, and not in a bad way. He looks badass the entire time. And I really enjoyed the fighting style. I enjoyed the flying. I enjoyed all the different powers that the Blue Beetle suit brought to the table. The only thing I would say that I would have liked more of with Blue Beetle, more of a developing relationship between Jaime and the Scarab.
I have an arsenal at my disposal.
Anything, please?
Watch and learn, Jaime. Whatever you can imagine, I can create.
Yeah, that's more like it.
I would have liked to have more exploration of that, although towards the end of the movie, they do a lot of good work showing that that bond is beginning to be created. I would have liked for that bond to have been strengthened a little earlier in the film. Now let's talk about the villains a little bit.
We are going to change the world with the power of the Scarab.
It belongs to me.
Forgettable. Susan Sarandon plays Victoria Cord, who's basically just a power-hungry, greedy CEO that we've seen in other movies, and she's looking to use the Scarab to build an armored army to, I guess, sell to the highest bidder. Typical evil CEO stuff. Honestly, that storyline is very similar to what we saw in the first Ant-Man movie. However, her right-hand man, Carapax, is actually given some death by the end of the movie towards where you actually enjoy him as a character. They're not villains that you'll ever talk about again after seeing this movie. You'll be more focused on Blue Beetle and the family. As far as the story is concerned, I did enjoy it for the most part. That concern about the family did kind of show up in the third act of the film, where Blue Beetle's really not on screen for a large part of the movie. I came to see Blue Beetle. So even though I really enjoyed the family, I kind of didn't like the fact that he was just taken off the board like that. Now, of course, Blue Beetle comes back to do some really cool stuff in the end, but I did miss him for a good chunk of the movie. So overall, what are my thoughts on this movie? Solid. It's good. I would give it 3.5 stars. It's not a bad movie at all. It's honestly kind of refreshing to just have a self-contained story like this. I'm really starting to believe, and I think I believe this for a while now, that the best superhero stories are the self-contained ones that don't point towards a larger universe. The bottom line is I enjoyed the movie. I would love for people to go out and see it and spend their dollars on it so we can see more of Xolo Maridueña in this role. So what did you guys think? Let me know in the comments whether you agree with me that it's good, it's solid, or even if you think that it's not that good. That's okay too. Form your own opinion. Go see for yourself. If you enjoyed this review, please hit the like button and also hit the subscribe button. And if you want to see more movie reviews from me, go ahead and click the playlist of movie reviews. And you can also follow along the Unseen Movie Marathon right over here, where our first movie was I Drink Your Blood from 1970, which is an absolutely insane movie. And after you're done watching that, go down to the community post and vote on the 1971 movie that we'll be watching. And I'll put the link to the community post in the description. All right, y'all, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.
I advise we back away.